on the beat park. Don't hear no speech talk. They don't hear when trees fall. They was in a comfy house. See, I'm always on.
Thanks for having me on this interview, Juju, and it's great to be here with Icesis Aset. I remember running into Icesis through, actually, shout out nonchalantly Zay. I'm pretty sure he was the one who kind of introduced me to Icesis and a few other rappers that were rappers and artists that were part of the Family First group he had going on. And I think through there, like, I started following Icesis, keeping up to date with the releases, the stuff she was doing with Hines, shout out Hines. And then from there, I think just like DMing on Instagram or something, and we started to slowly put this thing together. But I think Icesis, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like this time last year that we started to actually like dig in on this project.
Yes, exactly. It totally was. And it took a while, but we finally got it here.
I was at an interesting time in production. I was switching from a certain way of making beats, top secret, not going to reveal to the audience, and switching to a new machine to make them. And so I had a decent amount of beats I've just had for so long that I've always like been in like my top 10 beats to write to and like try to get songs to, but I can never really write the songs that I wanted to make with these beats. I can never make them sound right. And so when me and Icesis started working on the project, I'm sending her this, that, and the third, and a decent amount of the beats on the projects are just ones that have been core identities to my sound, honestly, in the earlier ages of when I first started doing this and become public about it, that are now finally like available to the public. And not only that, but man, did like the visions that I had for these projects, Icesis just came in and exceeded upon that and doing
Thank you
so much more that I could never do on the projects, which really kind of it's a weird feeling when I go back and listen to the project now, because like some of these songs I've been listening to since I was like 18, like a couple years, like 4 or 5 years, like of these beats just like sitting around on a laptop, like shit, what am I doing with these? But to now finally have the project out and for it to sound the way it does is truly humbling.
Well, how I stepped into his universe artistically and how it was different was for me was I just accepted it, you know, and I aligned with it. I like the drums, the orchestra sound to it, the live band sound to it. It was just very powerful. It's something that I even related to very much during my younger, like, you know, childhood days, you know. So it just felt perfect, to be honest. When you gave me the beats, it was just nothing but promising. Like, I knew that something great was going to be created, because the level of like it's just so dense. His beats are so these beats that was sent, it's so dense, and it's just so I don't know, it's so full sounding. So I had to make sure that I can try to align perfectly there, because everything was already needed, you know, his beats, you know.